Okay, 3:32. So I think we can kick off this afternoon. Thank you everyone for joining this afternoon. My name is Jay. I'm the professional learning consultant here at Electroboard. You might have met me previously in previous webinars. So we'll go through today how to convert your files to Presenter. If you have any questions, please just pop them into the chat box. And we can go from there. I'll stop my video open now so you can concentrate on the screen. If you can give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear and see clearly in the chat, that would be great. Yeah, no issues. Perfect. Thank you, Mark. Okay, so this afternoon we'll be looking at importing existing notebook files, and then how you, once you've imported them, how you can modify them, and then we'll be looking at as well PowerPoints, Word docs, and PDF. So we'll have a look at the different file types that we can import into Presenter, and then how you can edit them to add all the Presenter features. So there is the same file path that you'll follow to import your files. So you'll go to File, which is the folder storage at the bottom, Import, and then we'll select Browse. Okay, and then that opens up your folder explorer here, where you can select your files as the ones that you want to convert. So I'll just close that for now. And I'm going to open everything into a blank Presenter file. So I've just opened up a new tab. First of all, we're going to be looking at notebook files. So I just wanted to show you what they look like in Notebook, and then how they appear and what they look like in Presenter as well. So we'll just open up the Notebook. The first file that we are going to look at is just a simple text-based file. So just a file that has got just simple text, sentences, capital letters missing, and full stops, and how that imports. So it's just opening up here. So you can see this is Notebook and this is how it looks. It's just a simple text file. We'll go back to Presenter. And again, we'll follow the same path, which is the folder, import, and browse. We'll select the notebook that we want to convert, double click it, and it will upload. You can select which pages you want, or simply you can just select all, and you select Open 3. And there we go. It always inserts a blank page before, so we can just remove that by hitting the delete button. And we can go through and see how it's imported. So it doesn't look like it's imported too differently, except for here, this is where you can see there's been some errors. So we use the text button at the bottom. We want to insert a space there, and now that's made it added separate lines. Here again, if it looks a bit small, you can add your edit button here. Select all the sentences. So we can edit just as if we had typed this into Presenter ourselves, and then we can use our highlighting features and pen features as normal. Just make sure we run a no fill there. Perfect. So that is just importing a notebook with just simple text. Now we're going to move to a file that's got 3D shapes. So this is where sometimes it might not import as seamlessly, and then you will be required to do some editing. So these are the 3D shapes here in Notebook, and the real life pictures here. So we'll go back to Presenter. We'll close this one down, and then we go back to Folder, Import, Browse. So you'll notice now it's opened up the same file path for me here. and we're going to use the 3D notebook. Press open. It will say that it's uploading this one. For some reason, I have brought that to Prowise attention. And then you'll see here it's opening up. I'll have the correct file name now. So these is how the 3D shapes have imported. Again, you notice it's opened it up onto page 2. So we can select the page navigation and delete page 1. So you can see here the 3D shapes. I'm on the finger mode. So if you wanted now the students to drag, you can see it's brought in the images layer by layer. Okay, so the quick fix for this would just be to set your edit tool at the bottom here. So we'll set the edit tool. We highlight the shape, edit, and we'll group it all together. So it'll group all these layers together. So when we switch, it brings everything together. So you can see that's not being grouped. We can highlight it all, group, and now we can move it all together. So that's one way that you can easily fix your shapes. If they've come in layer by layer, just group them all together using your edit and select edit and group. Okay, so the next page, you can see the images haven't come across as clear as they did in Notebook. So you notice the soccer ball here is completely distorted. So what I would do here, I'll use my edit tool and I actually would just delete this object here. Yes, Kim, it will be available to watch. The webinars will be on the website for you. I would go into the media option here and images and internet, and I would just type in soccer ball using PNG to give you nice images of without any background. Select the one you want. And there we go. And now you can edit that shape. Okay, and so again, the beans, they haven't come across. So I think I would personally just delete, and you can see how quick it has been just to get nice clear images. Again, you can do, if you use the button here that says leave window open, once our search has been complete, we can just keep adding images. So we've set the beans. Okay, stop. There we go. Does not like the beans for some reason. I'll try another one. There we go. So that one's downloaded. So you don't have to keep closing and opening your window. You can just delete. And then we'll do a pyramid. You might want to select this one. And now we can close our window and edit that up, edit the images here. Okay. So that is how, if your images come across and they don't look, they don't come across as neat, I would recommend just deleting them and just doing a quick Google image search using the presenter browser here and images, and getting your images in that way as well. Okay, so I'm going to just close this one and we'll go back to Notebook and have a look at a different file. Here we go. So this file in Notebook here, you can see has got the shade. And on the second page, it's got the rotating earth here. So we're going to import these now and we'll see how they import. So we'll open up a new page. File, import, browse. Double click. Okay, we select both pages. Okay, so what the presenter has done here, it has seen that you've had the shading notebook and it's brought in their cartoon tool here. It's not placed exactly where we want it, so we can move it using our edit features. We might want to shrink it and stretch it out. Select your pointing mode. You'll still be able to have your shades and curtains as in red. You had them previously. We can select the text type and just put in some spaces there, extend that out. So that's one quick way that you can just edit. And here you can see this is not spinning. Anything that you've made with Flash will not work as well. So what I would do here, if you wanted a rotating earth, I would delete this one and I would insert the 3D model. Shrink it down to fit on your page. And now you've got the 3D model here as well. And again, you'll be able to enlarge the images. It's grouped those images together, so you would ungroup them. And now you've got images singly as well. So those are the grouped together, ungroup, and you can pull them apart and edit just single photos that way. The next one we're going to look at is a game of 4 in a row. So in Notebook, we'll let it load. It looks like this, and you're able to just play 4 in a row. Switch back to Presenter. We'll open a new tab. Import Browse. And we're going to select 4 in a row. Okay, so you can see it doesn't like the circle and it hasn't imported that. So again, press your edit button here and remove that and delete that. Okay, and we're going to edit our text here just by making it longer so it fits on a single line, and we can move it up to look like a title. Okay, we're going to edit here. So first of all, you can see it's grouped all of this together. So we'll press our edit here and ungroup. So now we can edit the text here just to make it fit on one line. And the same, we can do that here. So that's grouped it together as well. So we'll ungroup that. We can move that there. So when you get the hang of just how the edit tools work, there we go. Okay, you will get quicker at it. So you can see the difference now. We've just edited it, and that's how it's come imported. To get our tokens back to play, we will just need to draw in some circles so we can select the colors that we like. We'll just select the blue one, select the shape that you like, and select the fill. So that is one color there. And then I would press your edit. You would duplicate it so you've got 2 the same size. And then here, this is the new feature they've brought for editing colors. So you would just change that to orange and we'll fill that orange. So now we've got 2 counters the same. And then we need to press edit and infinite duplication. And now we'll be able to play. So that is your tool. So you can see we need to do the same for the orange. Edit, infinite duplication. And now we can play our 4 in a row. So that is importing notebooks. And now we'll look at when we're importing PDFs and PowerPoints, Word docs, it will import it as an image. So you won't be able to get the edit features like we have to edit and type in over the text, but you'll be able to insert it as an image and be able to annotate on top. So we can go to File, Import, Browse. We can select the PDF we want to import. No, Mark, thank you for your question about hyperlinks. So they don't come across, so you would just need to insert those links in again. So I'll just show you how you do that in a moment, 1 second. So you can select which pages you like. You'll notice with the PowerPoint, it's giving us a little thumbnail view as well. Again, it'll show you that it's loading in this top corner, and this is the PowerPoint. It always locks it into place, so just press the padlock to unlock it, and now we can move that around. And we can start annotating the presentation, the PowerPoint here as well, and we can highlight if we wanted to, and make notes that way as well. If you wanted to change some text here, what I would do is I would just draw a white rectangle over it, and then you'll be able to add some text. If you wanted to change that, I will just blank it out, then press edit, and I'd padlock that in place so it's not going to go anywhere. And now we can type a new title on top. If I wanted to add a link, you just press edit, select the object you want to add a link, and you just copy and paste your links into here. Okay, so it does the same as well for Word docs. So we go same, import, browse, open, and we've got our Word document here. So now we can highlight the things that we want. And we can draw our shapes and annotate as we go. Again, it will padlock it into place, unlock it, and then you can move it. If you wanted to group things together, just select them all, group, and now when you move it, it'll be able to move as well. Are there any questions about importing any different types of file types in? So Mark's the question about hyperlinks. I hope I've answered that one for you. You will just need to copy and paste them back in. And again, anything with Flash doesn't work now, so you would have to add those interactive features back on to your document. So you can add sounds again if you wanted to. So you can add a sound. So it still works very much the same as if you had typed everything into Presenter. So you've got the bones of your lessons there, then you can add your interactive features on top. You can add sounds. You can add a building block to hide it. So then when you touch, it reveals. So that is how you convert your files into Presenter. I hope that has been helpful for you this afternoon. If there are any questions, just pop them into the chat. If not, I'll give you some time back for your afternoon. I'm sure you've all had a busy day. These websites, the webinars will be uploaded onto our webinar, into our websites, and then I can always send you the link as well if you want to once they're ready. If you just pop me an email, you can take my email address down. Sorry, I thought I'll just type it in here for you. So my email address is jbelodia@elb.com.au. As you start using Presenter, and if you've got any questions, just send me an email, and I can help you that way as well. In term 3, we'll be introducing a Q&A webinar. So it'll be a question answer type of session. So that's coming up as well. If you follow us on social media, you'll see all our upcoming webinars for term 3 as well. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ro.